Okay, I'm back, y'all, and Divinely Grateful Risings. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the message. Y'all know we over here serving spirit and glam with a touch of beauty, fashion, and faith. Okay, you know what to do, dooski booski. That's what I'm finna say. You know what to dooski booski, y'all. Like the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Y'all make sure that you turn your notifications on so you're notified anytime I go live or post a video. Make sure you subscribe. Child, you seen that. Child, I felt tongue-tied. Let me drink some water. Hold on, y'all. If you are new to the community, welcome. We're so happy and so grateful that you are here. Look, ain't even much no water in there, is it? Ain't. Okay, y'all. We're in the book of Isaiah 19 and 20 today. Y'all, I'm still in experimentation mode, so y'all work with it. Wait a minute, I was trying to get caught. I need to move it over. Hold on, let me move the microphone, child. So I'm still experimenting, y'all. I'm trying to learn how to use more than one camera. So okay. Y'all just work with the energy. So in a little bit, when we get ready to hop in with spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration energy, I'm gonna turn the other camera on. So y'all, I be trying to do some stuff. I be trying to learn some stuff. So only do it. Let's get to it. Let's get into the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 19 and 20 is where we're at today. And we're starting out with a message about Egypt. A message about Egypt. Oh, Lord. I'm about to say, what happened to my camera, Lord? Okay, I'm back. So I don't know, like not a blackout. Here we go. A message about Egypt. Oh, this marker don't hardly work. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me get my life in order. That one about to run out, child. We can't do nothing with it. Let's see what we got. I don't know why that blacked out, y'all, but hopefully it came back on okay. Okay, here we go. A message about Egypt. This message came to me concerning Egypt. Look, the Lord is advancing against Egypt, riding on a swift cloud. The idols of Egypt tremble. The hearts of the Egyptians melt with fear. I will make Egyptian fight against Egyptian, brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, province against province. The Egyptians will lose heart, and I will confuse their plans. They will plead with their idols for wisdom and call on spirits, mediums, and those who consult the spirits of the dead. I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master. A fierce king will rule them, says the Lord of heaven's armies. The waters of the Nile will fail to rise and flood the fields. The riverbed will be parched and dry. The canals of the Nile will dry up, and the streams of Egypt will stink with rotting reeds and rushes. All the greenery along the riverbank and all the crops along the river will dry up and blow away. The fishermen will lament for lack of work. Those who cast hooks into the Nile will groan, and those who use nets will lose heart. There will be no flax for the harvesters, no thread for the weavers. They will be in despair, and all the workers will be sick at heart. What fools are the officials of Zoan? Their best counsel to the king of Egypt is stupid and wrong. Will they still boast to Pharaoh of their wisdom? Will they dare brag about all their wise ancestors? Where are your wise counselors, Pharaoh? Let them tell you what God plans, what the Lord of heaven's armies is going to do to Egypt. The officials of Zoan are fools, and the officials of Memphis are deluded. The leaders of the people have led Egypt astray. The Lord has sent a spirit of foolishness on them, so all their suggestions are wrong. They cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit. There is nothing Egypt can do. All are helpless, the head and the tail, the noble palm branch and the lowly reed. In that day, the Egyptians will be as weak as women. They will cower in fear beneath the upraised fist of the Lord of heaven's armies. Just to speak the name of Israel will terrorize them, for the Lord of heaven's armies has laid out his plans against them. In that day, 5 of Egypt's cities will follow the Lord of heaven's armies. They will even begin to speak Hebrew, the language of Canaan. One of these cities will be Heliopolis, the city of the sun. In that day, there will be an altar to the Lord in the heart of Egypt, and there will be a monument to the Lord at its borders. It will be a sign and a witness that the Lord of heaven's armies is worshipped in the land of Egypt. When the people cry to the Lord for help against those who oppress them, he will send them a savior who will rescue them. Come on, Jesus. The Lord will make himself known to the Egyptians. Yes, they will know the Lord and will give their sacrifices and offerings to him. They will make a vow to the Lord and will keep it. The Lord will strike Egypt, and then he will bring healing. For the Egyptians will turn to the Lord, and he will listen to their pleas and heal them. In that day, Egypt and Assyria will be connected by a highway. The Egyptians and Assyrians will move freely between their lands, and they will both worship God. In that day, Israel will be the third, along with Egypt and Assyria, a blessing in the midst of the earth. For the Lord of heaven's armies will say, "Blessed be Egypt, my people. Blessed be Assyria, the land I have made. Blessed be Israel, my special possession." A message about Egypt and Ethiopia. In the year when King Sargon of Assyria sent his commander-in-chief to capture the Philistine city of Ashdod, the Lord told Isaiah, son of Amos, "Take off the burlap you have been wearing and remove your sandals." Isaiah did as he was told and walked around naked and barefoot. Then the Lord said, "My servant Isaiah has been walking around naked and barefoot for the last 3 years. This is a sign, a symbol of the terrible troubles I will bring upon Egypt and Ethiopia. For the king of Assyria will take away the Egyptians and Ethiopians as prisoners. He will make them walk naked and barefoot, both young and old, their buttocks bared, to the shame of Egypt. Then the Philistines will be thrown into panic, for they counted on the power of Ethiopia and boasted of their allies in Egypt. They will say, "If this can happen to Egypt, what chance do we have? We were counting on Egypt to protect us from the king of Assyria." The end. Okay, the end. So, child, when the Lord passed down judgment, he had meant that in him spirituals, and he was not playing about it. Okay, he was about it, because I'm about it. Oh, let's do it. Let's get to it, y'all. Let me get the prosperity. I don't know, for whatever reason, y'all been heavy on the not the prosperity clarity preparation for the promise deck. I did pull some other decks out as well, so we will use that. I only got 2 out, so we'll use those for a second and see what the Lord wants to talk about. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy. Let's see what the word is. Listen, as we just read this in the book of Isaiah, y'all know we didn't have this conversation before, insofar as mediums and consulting the dead and stuff like that. I don't know. Now, this is just my opinion, and y'all feel free to comment about this as I'm getting ready to split the screen. Y'all feel free to comment about this. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. So here's my question. I feel like if people are consulting the dead, or I guess this is my question. If people are consulting the dead, are they the people who didn't return to the Lord? Like, are these the people names that ain't serving God? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know why this just came into my spirituals. Like, is that what that it has to be? Because we know there are light and dark spirits. So are there, I guess it would be how you know the difference between who you talking to, and whether you talking to your angels and spirit names on the positive side, or the negative side. I don't know. I hope that even made sense the way I said it. You know, there are people who don't get to go to heaven. Okay. Like we know that there, and that's why we have to make sure that we declare with our mouth and believe in our heart, okay, that Jesus is Lord and he died and he was raised again on the third day. You got to know who you serve. So anyway, you let me let me look. Was at the bottom of that, daddy, that's what you had meant. So I don't know, like, you know, I don't know. I guess I don't know how people use their gifts. I'm not here to try to judge nobody's gifts. I will say all I can say to somebody is the Lord blesses all of us with gifts, and it's up to you how you use them. We're gonna use it. Drop this in the chat. I'm use my gifts for good. You know, we got to keep the Lord 11:36 on the timer. We got to keep daddy if he come up. So that's what y'all was talking about. Look at the dust. Anyway, I'm back. All the little dogs and honey one is out here. I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness. I will take hold of your hand. I will keep you and will make you to be a covenant for the people and a light for the Gentiles. Isaiah 42:6. This talks about God, the kingdom of heaven, as above, so below, and creation. The Lord got a message. Daddy, what was the word? What is the word? What we finna get today, y'all? Let's see what's happening. Y'all know when daddy come up, these messages. Dad, I feel like you be so serious about stuff. You be serious when and ain't no play. Like ain't no play. So for some of you, there may be something that the Lord is being very like, listen, I said what I said. You know, that is he is all love. He is all love and he is all fun and games. But when he got to be serious and make sure that he's getting his point across, he will make sure that he does that as well. I am so grateful. That is so funny. I am so grateful to know the lighter side of God. Come on, drop that in the chat. There's a lighter side to God. One thing that and y'all know how I have already mentioned and said that I feel like Isaiah is he's of course a true prophet. We know that, but it's I think it's a very heavy book of the Bible as well, because there's a lot of basically conviction that comes in through Isaiah, because y'all know there's nothing new under the sun. So we still experiencing a lot of the stuff that Isaiah is talking about right now. And so it's like, I'm grateful that the Lord blesses not just me, but many people to, I don't want it to sound bad, but I guess I got to say it. I can just say it like that. I'm grateful that the Lord, that you can, there are some people whose job it is, like Isaiah's, to be the doom and gloom and to be the one who gives all of the hard messages, right? The prophecies that he had to talk about and letting everybody know, you know, ultimately he also prophesied Jesus, but it's like there are people who the way that they have to do they work is to basically be kind of like give heavy messages. And I've oftentimes told the Lord that I'm grateful that he allows me to show, to like many of us, to show the lighter side of him, where, because there's always so much heavy, like life be life, and don't it? And so I'm grateful. Come on, 11:24. I'm grateful that he allows many of us to show that he actually does have a lighter side. Because if you reading through a lot of the Bible, especially Old Testament, we know Jesus, that he was the love, right? This is for God, that number 3:16. For God so loved the world, right, that he gave us his one and only son. That number, I literally have it written. It came up yesterday. It was highlighted for me. And then today as well. But it's like, it's a beautiful thing that the Lord is allowing people to show his lighter side, because even in the Bible, y'all, like you'll be looking at the Lord like OMG, right? Scared. And so for some of you, this may be the Lord coming through, letting you know, like he has a soft side too. He has a fun side too. I don't know, because baby, daddy don't talk to, he's not always yelling and fussing and mad and, you know, stern, and he's just not that with me. So I'm sorry for anybody who has to experience that like that, because it ain't me. So let me full screen my screen, y'all, so I can see the cards. Look at the fruit and the abundance up under there. I got to take Psalms 23:1. Here we go. 11:24. It's coming up. This is manifestation, prayer, dreams to reality. We literally just had the 7 of Cups in the last message, as well as the faith of a mustard seed. This says, therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe you have received it and it will be yours. So some of you may have, that might be coming in with a blessing, and we receive that. Okay, we receive that. Could be coming in by March the 26th. So, but those months between March the 26th and November 24th may be importante-ness. It could be something pivotal. We're gonna see what else is coming up with it. And then of course we had Psalms 23:1 up under that, because the harvest, right? This may be your harvest season. That between 4:26 and 11:24. For some of you, this could be your harvest season, because we lack nothing. Drop it in the chat. I lack nothing. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Psalm 23:1. Provision, all needs met. You get what you pray for, and manna. One of the things I'm so grateful, one of the things that the Lord, we don't need another one. Okay, that's it. One of the things I'm so grateful for is that the Lord has allowed me to share a great deal of my wilderness season. And for whoever needs this message, I pray that you know that it don't matter how bad it gets, God is going to provide, and he is going to take care of you, and he is going to make sure that you have everything you need. Come on, Amethyst. The Lord is my light and my salvation. He's going to provide. And sometimes when you out there, just like the Israelites, you out there in the wilderness, you be like, man, I don't know how stuff going to work out, and I don't know how it's going to get taken care of. Look, that was at the bottom of the deck. I hadn't used this in a while, so we'll see what it is. I don't know how it's going to work out, but this is about trusting and believing that it is going to work out. Trusting and believing that you're going to have a harvest, okay? Because you're going to have it. This is about strengthening your faith. So we're going to see what your faith is bringing in, because it's fruit. If we do this past, present, future, it's like your faith bringing in a harvest, your faith bringing in opportunity, your faith bringing in abundance. Side, I don't know this man's name, but celebrity spotlight goes out to everybody who's growing their own garden, okay? My daughter showed me a TikTok about a week or so ago, and this guy, I don't even know his name, y'all, and I can't find it because I'm recording, but this guy, he was gardening, and she sent me a couple of them, but this particular guy, she was like, he was growing these vegetables, y'all, like it was so many vegetables. He had his own garden, and so he was like, abundance. Like he was just every time he would pick something else, he was just like, abundance. And it was just so cute. And so literally it made my daughter want to get a garden, and so, or have a garden. And so I was like, man, because she sent it to me because she knew I would like it, because for those of you who don't know, I love a fruit and a vegetable, especially my vegetables. And I eat a lot of raw fruits, a lot of raw vegetables. I try to, y'all, can I just tell y'all, I was doing good, wasn't it? Y'all, I have done really, really good. One of the things, come on, God, one of the things that I prayed for was to be able to eat better. And so as I have been, okay, oh, come on, God, look, sometimes life stings is the card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let me just say this. So as I have been on my wilderness journey, as I have been out here thugging it out in the wilderness and just doing what God is asking me to do and walking my walk, there have been times when you have to do what you have to do. And as a result of that, there have been times when I wasn't able to eat the best. I wasn't able to, like, sometimes the difference between me eating and not eating was $5. And so with $5, I might be able to go get me something from McDonald's, right? So there was a period where I was like, it was like a lot of fast food because it was convenient. And so, and plus it was within my budget. And so the faith of a mustard seed, one of the things that I prayed about, this is a truestory.com. I can show y'all the bell peppers, the cucumber, the cherry tomatoes, the avocado that I have right now that I'm eating today. Like I literally would make a salad of all vegetables. And so one of the things that I prayed for, y'all, was, look, I ate one of them little watermelons yesterday. That's what I had that looked like a watermelon, or maybe it's a cantaloupe, but oh yeah, that's the watermelon back there. I literally ate a watermelon, one of the little mini baby watermelons for lunch yesterday. So one of the things that I prayed for was like, Lord, um, help me. I was like, I want to be able to eat better. I want to be able to eat more fruits and vegetables and not having to eat the fast food all the time. And so, because of course, being on this journey, y'all, some of y'all know this, some of y'all don't, but back in, matter of fact, February 22nd of 2023, right before I started this journey, I ended up having surgery. And so as a result of that, getting older, hormones changing, and being in this car, being more sedentary versus moving around as much as I was, and even just like going through this journey, I ended up in, with the food choices that I was able to get at the time, ended up gaining, like, y'all, probably, I think I probably gained 35 pounds. And so as a result of that, I told the Lord, I was just like, because I think I told y'all in the last video, if I look like I'm stuffed, is why, because I got this waist trainer on, because I'm like, I have high blood pressure as well. So I'm literally trying to do things that are going to improve my life, right? My quality of life. And so one of the things in doing that was me praying and saying, Lord, I want to be able to eat better. Like, I love, don't get me wrong, the food be so good, but I had got to a point where I was like, man, I'm so tired of eating fast food, y'all, because it's convenient. And like I said, it was what I could afford at the time. And so thank God for God, my daughter ended up introducing me to Aldi, this store Aldi. I don't know if you got Aldi where you out. Shout the celebrity spotlight. It does. Goes out to Aldi as well. Why? Because y'all, it has been such a blessing. My daughter ended up taking me, and I've just been in heaven. And that's the only place that I have literally been shopping for probably the last, I don't know, probably the last 2 months. Because for real, y'all, for the last 2 months, all I've been eating, with the exception of when my culinary genius daughter cooks, which she does a lot, but I don't get to eat over there all the time. Maybe about 2 days a week I get to eat at my daughter's house. Man, she was cooked, man. She be cooking. She cooked she made some jambalaya last night, y'all. It was so good. I had got distracted. You right. Okay, I'm back. Going in there and just getting, and so I literally, y'all, so grateful. I have been able to eat more fruits and vegetables. And so even if it's the same thing over and over, sometimes I add mushrooms. I didn't get mushrooms when I went the other day. Sometimes, typically meat wise, I mostly do tuna. And I actually ended up getting some crab meat the other day and was able to do that. So it's kind of like, it's like the Lord blessing the small prayers that you have. My prayer was like, Lord, I want to be able to eat better. Because I love vegetables, y'all. It's like, I love vegetables. And so I don't know why that's coming up. Maybe you need to work on your diet, something like that. But that was a prayer that I prayed, y'all, and the Lord has blessed me. The Lord has blessed me to where I'm not eating nearly any. I think I've only eaten fast food maybe one time in the last almost 2 months. Any other time that I eat food is something that my daughter cooks. So when I tell you that the Lord will answer the smallest prayers, He will do that. He will make it so that you can have the food that you want to eat. So, but again, it was also a mindset shift that had to happen to where I just didn't want it anymore. I was like, man, and there were times where I still had to just thug it out and just be like, okay, let me just go grab this something quick from McDonald's on the dollar menu, right? On the value menu. But so I'm grateful. Now, with that being said, y'all know I don't never know what spirit I'm going to talk about. But with that being said, there are times in the wilderness where you may not be able, because this is me praying. There are times in the wilderness, the Lord He knowed I had wanted fruits and vegetables, but that wasn't what I was able to get. So be grateful. If you read in Exodus, where the Israelites were groaning and complaining, and this was me, because y'all know I'm a real life Israelite, okay? You like real deal when going through the wilderness, y'all know, walking out the word. And I can remember a time when the Lord convicted me like he did the Israelites when they were complaining about they should have stayed by the fires in Egypt, and all like when they should have we should have stayed there. You should have let why you brought us out here. And the Lord sent all the sent the I don't know what it was, it quail maybe, and manna as well. Um and they was just like gorging themselves, like they were gorging themselves, y'all. They Because the Lord sent so much abundance, he sent so much. And I think the Lord got a little mad with them because he was just like, y'all just, it's like being ungrateful and then just being gluttonous, I guess. So for some of you, I don't know, maybe this is talking about overeating or not eating enough fruits and vegetables. I don't know why stuff be coming up the way the Lord just tell me to tell stuff. I don't know. Okay. But some of y'all might need to add some like fruits and vegetables into your diet, and be mindful maybe of overindulging, maybe the 9 of Cups energy, like overindulging, doing too much, eating too much. Come on, the butterfly on the cut. Transformation is beautiful, ain't it? You better say it. Transformation is beautiful. So some of you, come on, God, let me just take both of these because I want to show you the difference. You have the wasp spirit and the butterfly spirit. Sometimes life stings, and then you have the butterfly, number 11, and then number 64, and the transformation is beautiful. So some of you, can we see the difference between like growth? I don't know. I don't know. I know these are two completely different animals. I understand that, but it's just like the difference of going from, because they're kind of giving like trials and tribulations kind of energy, y'all, to where you're going from the hard times to something easier, like a transformation that may be happening. So let's see what else is coming out. I hope that made sense. But anyway, I don't know. Y'all know when I look at the card, look at the crow up under that. Come on, co-create with spirit. Like I look at the cards and see something completely different. But so I feel like there could definitely be some transformation. Again, this could just be within like a personal thing. This could also, of course, be the Lord transforming you as well. So let's see what else. And he's always doing that, right? 26:57 on the timer. Let's see what we got. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Let me. I did. You think I had to take that deep breath? Did. Okay, this little, but I'm dedicated to it, y'all. Let me also. Y'all. I just can't even. I feel like I'm sitting on my hair. That's why, okay, I'm back because I feel like it's pulling or I'm sitting on it. Okay, let me say this for somebody else. Drop this in the chat. No excuses. No excuses. So I got this waist trainer, and with the purpose, with knowing like, okay, I've used the waist trainer before. Let me just say that. I think I said that. I've done it before. But this morning, I had to make the commitment to myself that I wasn't going to make an excuse for why I wouldn't put the waist trainer on. I wasn't going to make a stipulation about, oh, well, because it was like my mind immediately wanted to go to, I don't know how this is going to be tracking with the rest of the message, but we'll get to it. But it's like, I had to tell myself that I wasn't going to make an excuse for putting the waist trainer on, because it's challenging, right? In my current situation, like I was like, man, because when I put it on last night just to try it on, and I kept it on for a couple of hours, but it was challenging to put it on standing up. Imagine trying to put it on sitting down. And so I said, or laying down. And so I said to myself, I said, no matter what, I'm going to wear this. I need to figure out how to do it now, because I wasn't going to make an excuse for why I wasn't going to wear it. Does that make sense? So I don't know who needs that message. Like, we're not going to make an excuse. If you buy something, and I'm using this waist trainer as an example. If you spent money to use something, this is like a gym membership. Why be paying for a gym membership and then making excuses for why you're not going to go? Does that make sense? So some of you, there may be something like that where the Lord is like, listen, don't make excuses, make progress. Bars. Don't make excuses, make progress. Okay. So, because look, there go the bees. Y'all have meant that in y'all spirituals. Y'all don't have to do me. Don't do me. Spirit them, because they said it, y'all. They said it. They was like, okay, you're gonna have to just figure it out. You're gonna have to look, sweet results await, because the payoff, come on, God, the payoff is gonna be worth it. Okay. So for some of us, come on, Lord, this is back here with this wasp. Sometimes the things that we have to go through, man, it hurts when you're going through them, but I promise you the reward is going to be sweet. So we're going to wait on that, and we're going to receive it as well. Okay. Even through trials and tribulation, child, the Lord still be showing up like, listen, I know it was tough, and I know that hurt, and I know it could have been a little challenging, but baby, the transformation that's happening as a result of these, whatever you have gone through, the abundance, come on, God, that's coming in as a result of whatever you have gone through. What else? Drop this in the chat. Spirit has a plan. God has a plan. The koala spirit, number 35. And this is ClariTEA. The God card, the transformation is beautiful. And somebody need to trust their intuitionals. Okay, trust your spirituals. Y'all, did my hands look ashy? Let me put some oil on. Don't be jet. If you new to the community, welcome. We are so happy and so grateful you are here. Baby, them little hands was looking ashy. I had to fix it. My bad, y'all. Don't be judging me. Y'all know how it goes down over here. Some of y'all, there's a divinely guided plan coming together. We love to see it. There's a divine. Man, I just feel like somebody's just being prepared. I don't know what the last message that I just recorded, it talked about. We had the strategy card that came out like the fox. Somebody is being prepared. You are being prepared for your greatness. I don't know what it is that you specifically are assigned to do, but I need you to trust that God has a plan. Drop that in the chat. God has a plan, and he is transforming somebody's life. And it's sometimes, come on, Spirit, it's sometimes just like the simplest things that you do, y'all. That could make like a world of difference. I'm telling you, the Lord may have given you an instruction. Look, the hummingbird wanted to stay on the deck. I mean, on the table. It could have been like the simplest instruction that the Lord has given you to do, and you just being willing to just do it. And we're not even gonna question God, like, man. Like we're not even questioning God. It's just like, okay, somebody then surrendered something, and you just letting go, and you just like, man, God, can we just let the true story give God the glory? I trust you, Lord. I trust you. Sometimes you just got to keep saying that over and over to yourself. God has already worked it out. It's already figured out. It's already done. I had that moment yesterday, y'all, where I was just like, God has already worked it out. He's already fixed it. Come on, spit. Trust in the magic. Just want, and look, the number 66. And for you, if you know me, then you know 66 means I'm going in the right direction. Thank you, Lord. Receive it. Trust in the magic. White Raven spirit. Trust in the magic. Trust and believe. I had that surrender moment, and anytime I make a decision and I'm just like, Lord, I always just want to make sure that I'm moving in the right direction. Like, Lord, just lead and guide me. Sometimes when I'm like, if I'm giving up something or I'm releasing something, surrendering to something that the Lord has told me, but I've been questioning, like, am I doing the right thing? It's something like that where you feel, I keep telling y'all, oh, thank you, Spirit. I feel that in my spirituals, y'all. It's like you surrender something to the Lord, just surrender to the Lord and just believe that he's already worked it out. It's already destined. Nothing is wasted, wanted to fall out. This is the vulture spirit. Don't we have number 64? We do. So, nothing has been wasted, y'all. Nothing you have gone through has been wasted. No experience, nothing. And for some of y'all, remember we talked about like this abundance. Oh, this is giving overindulgence. See the big picture, be fearless and bold, and watch and wait up under that. So let's get some, child. We're gonna use the regular tarot because why not? Wait, where's it at? Okay, let's see what else is coming out with this, y'all. A magical moment, and we received that. I know I've been talking about it, but it hasn't happened yet. So finding the magic in the little moments. Transformation is literally coming up in the center of the spread, y'all. Y'all wait till I get me another camera where y'all can see down on the board. It's gonna be so good. Just wait on it, right? Transformation is beautiful. Look at this crown on top of this butterfly. I was literally watching, what was that I was watching the other day? And they had a whole bunch of butterflies. Oh, the Blacklist, child. I be watching Raymond Reddington anyway. I'm back. Listen, I done watched that series how many times? I think this is like my second time rewatching it. And I'm back. Some of you, this was about releasing, like, y'all know we go through many times that we transform. Y'all see all these butterflies. We go through so many different transformations in our life. And so for some of you, this is literally you. We're going to see what's transforming. This could be your finances, your resources. This could be your faith. I don't know. We're going to ClariTEA it and see what else we got. But I feel like the challenge is some of you, you're praying, come on, Spirit. You're praying your way out of something. What is it? Push until, wait, push. Pray until something happens. So for some of y'all, you've prayed your way out of something, and maybe you didn't think that the Lord was listening, but baby, He is listening. He heard you, and He is getting ready. You getting ready to see you. This is like a magical blessing. With this, I lack nothing. Some of you, if you that could have been your prayer, like just feeling like there was never enough. And again, I can only encourage somebody to make you know that God is always going to provide. And I know people, I can't stop saying it, and I won't stop saying it, because I won't stop giving God the glory, because I'm just here to tell somebody, man, I didn't do anything but try my very best to be obedient. Come on, God, to be obedient to the Lord. Did I get it right all the time? No, you're not going to get it right all the time. You're not, but that, come on, Spirit, that's part of your transformation as well. You're not going to get it right all the time. Some of you, maybe you're having to let go of perfectionism. Sometimes because the only perfect person is God. So sometimes you gotta stop trying to make it, because there's no perfect time. So I don't know how exactly that figures in just yet, but it's like, for some of y'all, there's no perfect time to get started. For others of you, this is about releasing the need for things to be perfect before you make a move or do something or follow an instruction. There's never going to be a perfect time. So if the Lord gives you an instruction, you just gonna have to follow it and trust that the plan is being laid out for you. Trust that wherever God is leading you, He already prepared the way. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful message, because this is speaking, it's like transformation at the heart of it. So let's see what else is happening. This is good. This is good. Okay, King of Swords. We haven't seen him in a while. This is, some of you, this is about you trying, sometimes, come on, God. God don't be making sense. I don't want that to sound crazy, but some of you, it's like you overthinking. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Okay, I received that. You overthinking. It's like, it's okay. How do I say this? How do I say that, y'all? It's this, like, the King of Swords is very logical, and most of the time when you doing what God has told you to do, it ain't logical. It's cray. It's like Seven of Cups. It's magical. It's like, that don't even make sense. And a lot of us have to learn and reprogram ourselves to stop trying to think logically, because the stuff, God's ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts, King of Swords, are higher than our thoughts. And so some of you, this is about you understanding, maybe the Lord has told you to make a move or do something that is just like, it don't even equate. It's not resonating. Okay. But trusting that if God told you to do it, He has a plan, right? Spirit. What is spirit? God. Holy Spirit, God, right? He has a plan. So if God has told you to do something, even if it doesn't make sense, it may say you've had, some of you, you're having to let go of the logical. You're having to let go of trying to think. Come on, God, think your way. Come on, God, think your way out of a situation and pray your way out of a situation. This is like answered prayers as well. And y'all know I've already said that 2025 is the year of answered prayers. For some of you, this is about, like, you're no longer trying to think your way out. You're trying to pray your way out, or you're praying your way out. Message. That might be the title of this. I don't know yet. But this is about you also seeing that prayer works. Can we drop that in the chat? It does. Prayer works. Okay. Prayer works. So for some of you, decree and declare, like the words that you're speaking, because the King of Swords, of course, this is communication. Swords energy is communicative. So this is about you knowing that the words you speak are being heard by the Most High. Okay. So be very mindful of the words that you're speaking. And maybe some of y'all thought that your prayers weren't, come on, God, your prayers weren't being received, or your prayers weren't being heard. But no, God heard everything you said. For others of you, this is such a beautiful, thank you, Spirit. We received this. This is like you being in communication with God as well. Like, this is the conversations that you having with the Lord. Sometimes maybe you're just having them in the spirit. Sometimes this is just about your prayer, like you just having a conversation with God. This is literally giving, let me just show y'all, conversations with God. Okay, that's what your prayers are. They're conversations with God. So for some of you, I don't know if you thought that God wasn't hearing you or what. Some of you, maybe you're developing, you had to develop your prayer life. I don't know. Look, dreams to reality. And I said this was like, it was given like 7 of cups, right? This is like you developing that prayer life, developing that conversation with God. It's transforming your life. Let me just say that. And sometimes people, whether you believe it or whether you know it or not, man, prayer, sometimes you can't do nothing but pray. And sometimes you crying when you're praying. And sometimes you don't even know what to say. Sometimes your crying is your prayer. What? Sometimes you better say it. Sometimes your crying is your prayer. But understand this, God heard, he heard all of it. Okay. He heard your tears too. What? Better say that. He heard your tears too. So anyway, let's see what else is coming up with this. King of Swords, of course, this is like reasoning, integrity, fairness, authority, clear thinking, truth, and honesty. Okay, let's see what else. This is interesting. That y'all say, okay, say that one more time. I lost it because they said something about, look, I knew it. The high priestess one almost flipped over, but I went past it. Very clear and for some of y'all, very clear and direct communication from God. Some of y'all, like, look, the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, the Empress up under that. Not 369. I wish I could suck to one more. Anyway, let me just show y'all. Hey, Sandy, look, we have, can y'all see the numbers on there? 369, well, or 963. The frequency of God. Oh my gosh. The frequency of God, 963. I'm telling somebody, this is very, very clear communication from the Lord. Okay, maybe you've been asking for it. I don't know. The good news is up under that. Okay, we have the good news right there. So some of you, there may be like some very clear communication, or maybe like you're hearing better from God now. I don't know. You have to take that how it resonates. Somebody's relationship with God may be transforming, but this is being on that heavenly frequency. Come on, heavenly frequency, being on that heavenly frequency. Abundance as well. And we were down here talking about the abundance. I was going to go like this, y'all, talking about the abundance with the Psalm 23:1. I lack nothing. Okay. The divine feminine receptivity, abundance, of course, creation, giving birth. So some of you may be, I'm telling you, the Lord, this is part of this transformation. The Lord is giving birth to you, the new you. Come on, new me. Who this? Okay. Giving birth to a new and improved you. And man, let me tell you, for some of y'all, thank y'all. For some of y'all, it's going to be, the Lord going to give somebody something to talk about. I don't know. Look, I don't know. This is like you being, come on, you being the gift as well. Let me put this up here. Did I say hey to Sandy already? Hey, Sandy girl, you being the gift as well. Next. The Hermit is a card of stillness. It's a card of soul searching. Where is this going to go? We'll put the Empress right. Well, they need to go together, don't it? Soul searching, reflection, quiet understanding. So yes, some of you, maybe you're dedicating more time to the Lord and allowing him to speak to you as well, because this is all kind of coming up, because that's how you get on the frequency, child. Mind you, these are 3 earth cards as well. This message, this is very grounded. What was that? Oh, I wish I could have saw what that TikTok video was about. Being very grounded as well. So this is earthly. So again, I don't know if you're just listening better. I don't know what you're doing, but part of your transformation, maybe you've gone through your period of doing your soul searching, and there's a gift coming in. Let's see what else is coming up with this. Yeah, child, some of y'all, the gift was finding yourself, and maybe that was what you could be coming out of that time period of, like, you had to find yourself, but I feel like you're no longer lost. Let's see what else. What else we ClariTEA, y'all? Child, being in the you better come on, spirit. The star. Didn't I say your faith? You prayed your way out of something. Spiritual guidance. Hold on, if I can get y'all to see that. Spiritual guidance, the star, star power, spirit. Okay, spirit guides. This is hope, opportunities, healing that has happened. I told you, for some of you, you prayed you're praying your, I feel like you already did. You prayed yourself out of something, and I'll say it again because they're bringing it up again. God gave you an instruction. This is this King of Swords. I don't know what he told you to. And the Hermit also. Maybe you prayed about abundance. Maybe you prayed about helping, like, Lord, help me to be better. I don't know what you prayed about, but I'm telling you, your faith is taking you out of something. And that's, come on, Spirit, that's the difference. Thank you, Lord. That's the difference between these two cards, because the star card is faith. It's the evidence of, it's like Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. The King of Swords be needing confirmation. He be needing things to make sense. He be needing things to line up. He be needing stuff to make sense on paper. But understanding that faith doesn't work like that. Faith is believing in God to do the impossible, whether you can see it or not. Believing in God is believing in something that you can't necessarily see anyway, right? But he will show his face to you. He will show up just like he shows up in these messages when we give them. And it's like you going, some of you going from a place of, from seeing to believing, where now you're going into where believing is seeing, and understanding that believing is seeing is what actually makes things begin to happen for you. So for some of you, that may be the switch that has happened, is that you're no longer having, like, you know, people be like, well, I believe it when I see it. Okay, you'll never see it then. But when you be like, man, I'm gonna see it because I believe it, that it's like, that's faith. That's knowing that it's going to happen and trusting that God is going to do it. So some of you, maybe that was part of your transformation as well. This could be in reference to abundance. This is like the Israelites, even though they had all, you know, they was grumbling and stuff out in the wilderness, it was like knowing that the manna was going to be there every day, because that's what God said. God said he would supply all of your needs according to his glorious riches. God said that he was going to, where's manna? He was going to feed the Israelites in the wilderness, in the desert. He was going to make sure that everything that they needed in order to accomplish, in order to get through, was going to be provided. And he did. Crazy thing about it is, us as humans, and God knows that he knows we like this, we will oftentimes doubt, even after God had already given us abundance before. That's where it's like, those are those situations where you have to check yourself and be like, wait a minute. He didn't already took me through so many things before. He'd already brought me out so many times before. He'd already helped me so many times before. So some of you, it's like, and don't beat yourself up for that, because that's something that I had to go through. Like because when God said he didn't forgave you for something, it was already forgiven. He already know the mistakes you're gonna make. He already knows when you gonna try to go down your own path instead of going down his path. Like, he already knows what you're going to experience. And just, this is also knowing that he's still going to be with you in that time. But it's like, sometimes you have to, he will send you through those experiences so that you can learn something, so that it can strengthen your faith. This is when we're talking about, not this one, the wasp, thank y'all, the wasp. Sometimes life stings, but sometimes the Lord got to take you through these hard situations so that you will become to depend on him. I hope this message is tracking, and I hope it's making sense. I very much feel the presence of the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord. We receive it, because it's like, some of you, maybe there's something that you're going through and you're just like, why is this happening to me? Why am I having to go through this? One thing that I know in this season, is why I can wait so much differently now for the Lord to just do what he's going to do, is because it's like, come on, Empress, I'm gonna use this, because it was in the toughest and most challenging times that the Lord made me who I am. And I hope this helps somebody. That's my prayer, is that it will make you understand that it's not punishment, is preparation. Come on, Spirit. It's not punishment, it's preparation. It's not the Lord saying, you know, he has to prepare you, especially if he's going to help you level up, especially if he bringing abundance into your life. So some of you, as you go through these difficult times, and many of you, it feels like you've already experienced this, the Lord prepared you to truly become who he's destined you to be in that trial. It could have taught you patience. The wilderness could have taught you, it should have, because all of us have to experience it. It's going to teach you patience. It's going to teach you how to be a good steward with your money. It's going to teach you how to build relationships. It's going to teach you discernment. It's going to teach you how to pray. It's so many things. It's going to build character as well in the wilderness. It's going to help you to not be deceived. And sometimes, look, deceive, seven of swords at the bottom of the deck. Because this the thing, sometimes it takes a lot of it takes us many years to get to that point of not being deceived, not falling for the okie doke, not repeating the same cycles over and over and over. So yes, some of you, you've been transformed in your wilderness season, and now you're coming out. You're this butterfly. Now you're coming out on the other side. Now the Lord he's molded you. He has shifted things within your mind, your body, and your spirit. Hence, if you come on, Spirit, Lord, I just gotta chill. It's like you going into the wilderness. And remember, I said at one point it was like fast food, fast food, fast food. And then it got to the point, it's like, Dad, I want to eat better. Message. I want to eat better. I don't want to eat all the fat. I don't want that anymore. So then he transforms your diet. Then it's like, okay, maybe you were just sitting around, you weren't doing anything. Then what had Dad, I need to go to the gym. Like I need to be walking and working out, and I need to get my body in order. So he gonna work on your physical body. He gonna work on your mindset, where instead of you overthinking, King of Swords down here, and you trying to figure it out all the time, you trying to figure out well, okay, let me think my way out of this. No, let me faith my way out. Come on, faith my way out. You better say it. Faith your way out. Okay, faith your way out. And I kid you not, your faith will take you out of places that your mind couldn't even figure out how to get out of. I'm telling you, somebody. So for some of y'all, it's like that your faith being strengthened in the wilderness, because you come to depend on the Lord to provide and to be a resource and to just give you everything you need. And he does, y'all. He does. And I know people be like, man, I don't know how people don't believe in God. But it's not for me to know. And I pray that they find something. Well, I don't know what to tell them to believe in, child. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Okay, come on, Spirit. And look, y'all, these cards want to fall off. And look, you ain't have to. Y'all ain't have to. We meant that. Okay. What else? I don't know. This is like the Lord transforming you on every level. And you look, the truth is the truth.com. Ace of Swords want to flip over. Some of you, it's like evident as well. For some of y'all, like people are going to be able to see the transformation that the Lord has done within you. So don't be surprised. Okay. If people be like, oh, you look different. Drop this in the chat. I glow different, right? You glow different when you glow with the light of the Lord. So some of y'all, you're glowing. Okay. We have the Five of Swords. Look, that's that blooming energy. This says cutthroat, cut off, self-sabotage, disagreements, hostility. So for some of you, this is about you blooming in the face. Look at the cactus. I know people be like, oh, the Five of Swords is a bad card. No, it's not. Because, baby, just like I put on this card, y'all know this is the ClariTEA Tarot deck. This flower is blooming in the face of the adversity, and it don't always feel good. Sometimes life stings. Okay, sometimes maybe some of you, this talks about bullying, so maybe y'all had to, like, that's something else. You had to learn how to not respond, or maybe this is happening for somebody right now, and this is just things that maybe all of it doesn't apply to you, but these are things, especially when the Lord has somewhere that he's taking you of significance and importance. You got to be able to deal with criticism. You got to be able to deal with people talking mess and saying the wrong things to you. And it's not always easy. This is learning how to not respond. This is learning how to not let stuff trigger you. And it's not to say that everything, because you may be warranted, but everything just don't even need a response. Sometimes people say stuff just to trigger you on purpose, to make you mad, to see what kind of reaction they're going to get. So maybe for some of you, that's something that you had to work on. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. People trying to intimidate you, maybe try to talk you out of your purpose. The Star card down here. There could be people speaking death into your destiny, trying to make you lose hope, try to make you think that you ain't what? Hearing from God. Y'all know I've talked about all of this before. It's stuff like that. So the Lord in your wilderness season, he strengthens you through all of that, to where stuff just roll off your back. It don't even matter. Look, we too busy over here focused on this abundance. The God I serve said I ain't got to worry about all of that. We just be over here minding our business, drinking our water, and saying our gratitude. Okay, so anyway, for whoever that is for, yes, maybe the Lord had to work on that. You're not people pleasing and not trying to, because you're not gonna make everybody happy. Somebody gonna have something to say. Somebody gonna have, there could be something negative that someone's going to have to say, and you're going to have to let them say it and be all right with however they feel about you. Be all right with however they feel. Like, let them hey, that's on them. You can't make anyone change their minds. So just know, I don't know what else, Lord. I feel like this is it. This is the last card, because I feel like that was the message. So, yep. Fake news. Look, 7 is which one? What part? This is also a card of strategy, and yes, this is lying, cheating, stealing. This is sneaky, using your wits. Somebody outsmarted the enemy. Nothing is wasted. Believe that. Okay. Oh, that's what y'all was talking about, because we were just talking about fake news. Okay. Learning how to spot liars. Man, come on, Spirit. Some of you, this is giving me discernment. Okay, this is giving me like for strength, like strengthening your discernment as part of your transformation as well. So anyway, that's it. Nothing has been wasted. Some of you, maybe you felt like this. I don't know what all you've gone through. This could be isolation as well, with the hermit out here. Nothing is wasted. Trust and believe that God has a plan for everything. So whatever his plan is, even if it doesn't make sense. Okay. Even if it doesn't make sense, trust that God has a plan, and he's leading you somewhere, and he's guiding you somewhere, and he's instructing you. And you just take, I think we was on the message today, and I told Sandy, I was like, Sandy said something and be like, I don't even know where I'm going, but I'm just trusting the Lord. Didn't I talk about the 9 of Cups? Did I say the 9 of Cups, y'all? Wasn't I talking about overindulgence? Like some of you, I think I said that on this abundance card. And look, I'm gonna have to, when we watch this, because I'm probably not gonna go back and watch it. But didn't I say something about like wish fulfillment, overindulgence, having more than enough? I think I said that. Success, dream come true. Anyway, you ain't got to know every step. I just like I didn't learn to be happy. Lord, thank you for one step at a time. Because back in the gap, I used to feel like I needed all the steps. Like, Lord, I need to know all the steps. But what I have come to realize in this time is that I don't need every step. I only need one. I only need one step at a time. I only need the Lord to show me what the next step is, and then trust that the next step is going to be provided after that when the time is right. And that has changed things so significantly for me, because I no longer need to know the destination. I just need to know I'm heading in the right direction, because you don't know what stops the Lord is going to, what pit stops you're going to have to make as you're walking this journey with the Lord. Like he never sends us in a straight line, y'all. This is a true story.com. God never sends us on this journey in a straight line. You gonna make stops, you gonna take detours. You're not gonna understand why you got to take the detours, but you just got to trust that those detours are leading you in the right direction. He's taking you somewhere. So trust that God has a plan for you and for your life. Okay. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Y'all, make sure you go and shop with me, touchegermaine.com. Get you some Spirit and Glam in your spirituals, and Hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose, on purpose. And I see y'all on the next one. Love y'all in real life. Deuces. Bye, y'all. Child, look, we getting the hang of this experimentals, child. Love y'all. Bye, y'all. Let's see if I can get the recording to cut off because I don't know, child.